Teman Indika, as you know, pandemic period opens up many new opportunities and creativities. Many activities that I never thought to do virtually now can be easily realized. One of them is festival activities, which are identical to the excitement of the crowd meeting face to face. It turns out that it can be done virtual. Well, I know for sure, Teman Indika, you all really miss the festival, right? So now I have some good news from the Royal Thai Embassy, which organizes Thai Festival virtually for the first time. To understand more details about this Thai Festival, let's just chat with His Excellency, Mr. Songphol Sukchan, the Ambassador of Thailand to Indonesia. Hello, Mr. Ambassador. Sawadee krap.
Selamat siang Pak Anto dan selamat siang kepada pendengar di rumah.
Selamat siang. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. Really have a good, excellent bahasa Indonesia. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Ambassador, please tell us the Teman Indika. This is the how we call our Indika listeners, Teman Indika. When was the beginning of the journey of relations between Indonesia and Thailand?
Well, it's amazing that it's since 150 years ago that we have the first contact between the two countries. There were 4 Thai kings in the past that visited Indonesia. The first one is King Rama V in 1871, 1896, and 1901. The second king is King Rama VII in 1929. The third king is King Rama IX in 1960. And the last king is King Rama X. He's a present king, but he was here in 1986 when he was the crown prince. So since 150 years ago, I mean, Thailand and Indonesia have been close and cordial in relations with no scar of conflict since then.
So it's been a long relationship and still going on until today. It must be a very good relationship, Mr. Ambassador. Is there any evidence or historical things left in Indonesia for the evidence of the visitors of the king of?
Yes, of course. At least there are 3 things that I can think of. The first one is the Museum Gajah or Gedung Gajah, the national museum here. The Gajah statue is from the King Rama V. It means that King Rama V gave the bronze statue elephant to Indonesia as a token of appreciation after he visited the country. That's the first one. So now the Gajah is in front of the National Museum in Jakarta, as you can see. The second one is we have the royal initial inscriptions of King Rama V and King Rama VII at Curug Dago in Bandung.
Oh, okay.
Dago waterfall. It's some kind of his initial on the rock, initial of his name on the rock there at the Curug Dago in Bandung. That's the second thing. And the third thing is that in Bangkok, we have the Royal Batik collection because King Rama V traveled to Indonesia for 3 times. He was very fond of Indonesia, and by that visit, he collects a lot of Indonesian batiks and brought back to Thailand. So for the past 2 to 3 years, we have all the 307 Indonesian batiks of his collection in the exhibition in Bangkok until last year that it was done. So there are 3 evidence of the historical relation between the 2 countries, as I mentioned.
Oh, that's very nice. So, Teman Indika, what we just hear from now from Mr. Ambassador is Very interesting. Actually, the Gajah statue at our Museum National is a gift from Rama V, the King of
Correct.
Thailand.
Yes.
And also the Curug Dago at Bandung, and also the Royal Batik. So teman Indika, please note that the relationship between Indonesia and Thailand is so strong actually from the long time ago. So, Mr. Ambassador, what have bound the people of the two countries together?
I think there are some kind of similarities of hearts and mind between the Thais and Indonesians. We are like a warm, friendly people. We are optimistic people. I think so. When we meet, we can easily get bonded. I mean, between Thailand and Indonesia. And a lot of Thai people, they know many things about Indonesia from the visit to Java of the King Rama V. Like we know about batik, Indonesian batik. We know about angklung, the
Angklung.
music. Angklung that we brought.
Our traditional music, yeah.
That's correct. And we also share some kind of literature like Ramayana, Rama and Chinta. We also have that kind of literature. And another literature that every Thai student has to learn, so we call it Inao. Inao is some kind of story that derived from Tales of Panji. You know, Tales of Panji, the ancient Java literature. It's a love story of Prince Panji Inu, Kertapati, and Princess Chandra Kirana.
Oh, okay. From the Sriwijaya Kingdom in Indonesia,
right.
yeah?
The ancient Javanese literature, and it's very famous, very popular in Thailand, and every Thai student has to learn that. So we know a lot about Indonesia, the names, the everything about Indonesia through that literature. And of course, every Thai, they know Borobudur and Prambanan Temple.
Prambanan Temple, yeah.
It's a kind of tourist destination. I mean, the favorite tourist destination for the Thai people when they come to Indonesia.
Yeah.
But at present, so many interactions. We are the two largest economy in ASEAN, and we trade a lot between Thailand and Indonesia. Indonesia is the 7th largest trading partner of Thailand, and surprisingly, almost 2,000 Thai students, they study in Indonesia, as well as I think around 1,000 Indonesian students study in Thailand too. It's some kinds of a lot of exchange between the people too. So these are the things that bond the Thai and the Indonesian together.
So actually, there's a lot of things, yeah, from economic, from culture, from literature, and now from the food.
Indeed. It's a very important part of our story.
Okay, the pandemic may make us apart and not allow us to travel to each other. Have the pandemic disconnected and been the barrier to the relationship between the two countries?
I admit that it's true that this time everyone is physically disconnected by everyone because of the pandemic. But in the sense that I think it's good opportunity for us to sit apart for a while and rethink what is the best for the two countries after COVID. What is the best economic cooperation between Thailand and Indonesia that can serve best our sustainable benefits of our people? I think this is very important.
Yes, correct. Especially during this pandemic, we still can actually have a chat, discuss and talk through the internet, online, and virtual, right?
Yes.
So the pandemic really has changed our world. And please tell us, Mr. Ambassador, how can Indonesia and Thailand leverage the opportunity to build back post-pandemic to bring the benefit to the people of the two countries?
I think it's a good question, and we should not waste this crisis. We should learn the lesson from it. What hurts us most during the crisis, let's not allow this history to repeat itself in the post-COVID. That's the thing that we should proceed with. And Thailand and Indonesia are the two largest economy in the region, as I mentioned. Thailand as the center in the mainland Southeast Asia, while Indonesia is a big country in the maritime region, in the region as well. And Thailand is good at food processing, manufacturing, things like that. And Indonesia is good at digital, agriculture. We have a lot of natural resources. I think it's opportune time that we can look in the future and pull our strengths and advantages that we have in some areas, like in food, in public health, in energy, and in digital, to create resilient and sustainable economy for the future. I think we have to use these advantages not to compete, but to complement one another based on green economic development that both countries are adopting to build back better our economy for our future generation.
Yeah, absolutely agree, Mr. Ambassador. So now we come to the very interesting part of the relationship on the food.
Yes.
There will be Thai festival in Indonesia this year. Can you describe about the background and what's the purpose of this event?
Well, this is the annual event that the Thai embassy, the team Thailand, and the Thai community in Indonesia organize every year. We want to connect Thailand with the people of Indonesia. We want to showcase Thai food, Thai products, and Thai culture to Indonesian people. But of course, this time, because of the pandemic, this is the first time that we do it virtually. So it's the first virtual Thai festival in Indonesia. And so we have to adjust the situation, adjust our event to suit the situation. And the festival consists of three main activities. The first one, we call it Cook at Home. So we will do online cooking demonstration by 11 Indonesian food enthusiasts to show you how to cook Thai food at home. That's the first activity. The second activity is eat at home. So we join hands with many Thai restaurants in Jakarta, in Bali, and in Surabaya, and also in Surakarta, to have a special promotion, to have discount when you order Thai food. So you can order Thai food online and have your food at home with some kind of discount. That's the second activities. And the third one is, we call it Thai Care Community. This is to show our appreciation and thanks to the local community. These are all three activities in the Thai festival, in the virtual Thai festival that we are doing this year.
Okay, so teman Indika, there will be cook at home, eat at home, and Thai care community on this Thai festival. So before we continue, don't forget to follow the Instagram at thaifestival.id and our social media at Indika 9160 FM to keep updated about Thai Festival 2021. Okay, for the next topic, Mr. Ambassador, let's discuss more interesting about Thai Festival. Your Excellency, as you know, Thai cuisine is really tasty, delicate, and unique. What is your most favorite Thai dish?
That's a good question. I think a lot of Indonesians have a good preference on Thai food.
Yeah.
You know that I think everyone should know about pad Thai or tom yam goong.
Yes, correct. My favorite tom yum soup.
Tom
Yeah.
yam. Actually, tom yam goong is my favorite dish.
Oh, okay.
Well, because for me, there are two types of tom yam goong, meaning that there are clear spicy soup.
Yep.
And also that thick, very thick and creamy spicy soup, that another one. So I mean the two type of tom yam goong or spicy prawn soup here.
Yep.
Two type of soups. You can have a different taste and different aroma. And when you eat it with hot Thai jasmine rice, it would be very perfect combinations. That the first favorite Thai dish for me. And I also like a masaman curry because I like Indonesian rendang as well.
Yeah.
I think there's some kind of similarity between masaman
and
rendang. I think these are the two favorite Thai dishes for me.
Okay, so the similarity between Thai dishes and Padangese restaurant, yeah, Mr. Ambassador.
Yeah.
Right, it's a soup, curry, and thick and spicy.
Yes.
Okay, seems like Thai dishes contains many ingredients and many cooking steps, and only Thai chef and Thai people can cook it. Is it true?
Well, I think it's not exactly true, because we can make it simple. We can make the cooking of Thai food simple, and also with the local ingredients available. Of course, you have to use some of the imported curry paste, Thai curry paste, and seasoning, which also widely available at the local supermarkets as well. This is the reason why we organize the activity Cook at Home by the Indonesian food enthusiasts. So they can go out and buy the ingredient, the curry paste at the local supermarket, and come back and look at the video, the video clip, and they start making Thai dish. They will show you how easy that they can make Thai food at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they will show you one of the 4 popular Thai dishes: the masaman curry, the tom yam goong, and the green curry, and also the spicy beef salad.
Spicy beef salad.
So these all 4 dishes that also top CNN best foods, and we can show you. They can show you how easy to cook it with available local ingredients at your local supermarket. But just remember one thing: when you cook at home, the main character of Thai food is the combination of taste, the balanced taste of sweet, spicy, salty, and sour.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that Thai dish has to be very spicy, something like that. But I like to say that you need to have the main character, the balance of taste of that particular dish. That is very important. That you have to keep in mind. So if you keep this in mind, it will surely help with the taste that you cook for you.
Okay, so teman Indika, as what Mr. Ambassador just mentioned, all the ingredients for the Thai food is actually easy to find here in local market. So not everything should be imported. So it's also Thai food is easy to cook. You can find in social media at hashtag Thai food easy to cook. And also please note that based on CNN best food around the world. There will be masaman curry, queen curry, tom yum goong soup, and the other one is the
spicy beef salad.
Spicy beef salad. So teman Indika, go to your nearest Thai restaurants and order the menu. Okay, let's continue. How many Thai restaurants in Indonesia, Mr. Ambassador? And now during the community activities restriction enforcement, maybe you are aware about the PPKM here. We cannot dine in the restaurant. Can we still enjoy Thai food?
When I Google TripAdvisor, I found there are 132 Thai restaurants in Jakarta only. But of course some restaurants may have just only 1 or 2 Thai dishes. But this is included in the TripAdvisor list of Thai restaurants in Jakarta. So I'm sure that in other cities there are a lot as well in Surabaya, Surakarta, and Bali. I've seen a lot of them there.
There's a lot, yeah.
I think it become very popular, kind of become preference for our friend in Indonesia. And as you mentioned about PPKM level 4, I mean I think that's the reason that we organize cook at home and eat at home. Yeah. So we do it virtually, so we can teach you how to enjoy life with your preferred food at home. So we show you how to cook Thai food at home with the local ingredients that you can order online, so and eat at home. Of course, you can order Grab. You can order Thai food via Grab Food, GoFood, and Shopee Food. This is kind of things that we try to make your life at home more fun. And of course, we also have some kind of food photo competition.
Yep.
If you cook Thai food, if you order Thai food, you can take photo of that food and share it in your Instagram with hashtag Shinta Thai Food, hashtag Shinta Thai Food, and tag your friends, and we have some prize for you as well.
Right. Okay. So actually, PPKM should not be need to worry about having Thai food at home. Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. And what is the story behind the Thai care community in this pandemic period?
Thai care community, actually the third activity for Thai festival. Every year the Thai embassy and the Thai community in Indonesia, we have some the local expat and the Thai company who invest here as well. And the team Thailand from other offices from the Thai governments. We do together some kind of charity work with Indonesian Yayasan, like the one that we have done with before is the Yayasan Kanker Anak, Kanker Anak, about cancer. We done it at the Harapan Kita Hospital. Yep. We done with Yayasan Sayap Ibu about orphans, with Yayasan Bina Daya Wanita about elder people, and also with the Maria Monique last witch about the brain defect children. So we done with a lot of Yayasan, local Yayasan every year for the charity work. But this year, of course, everyone is affected, community is affected, the country are affected. So we feel that the local profession that is in the front line risk their life and safety and works tirelessly to make us safe during the pandemic is medical staff and health worker. So we want to do some kind of activities that to show our thanks and appreciation to their dedication to keep us safe during the pandemic, to keep the community safe during the pandemic. So we will send them like 500 Thai foods and Thai product to where they're working at the hospital. This is kind of a plan that we intend to do for the Thai care community this year.
Oh, okay. So who's the main target of this Thai care community this time?
Yes, it's the medical staff,
the medical staff,
the health worker at the hospital. Okay. We're thinking of the Wisma Athlete village. That's one, because that's the kind of quarantine hospital, the front line quarantine hospital in Jakarta as well.
So it's a sharing and caring activities, Mr.
Indeed. We feel very.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Very appreciate about how they have done to the community.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you very much. So, pretty sure that this Thai festival will make a great positive impact this year through its program and its activation. And we are very welcome and grateful for this opportunity. For the next question will be the last topic for this interview, Mr. Ambassador. Hope you are ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Your Excellency has been in Indonesia for nearly 4 years. What is your most favorable and memorable and unforgettable moment here?
In fact, it's not an easy question, because I have many good memory here in Indonesia. It's so vast country. It's so diverse. I always admire, how the president, how the government run the country is so vast and different and diverse. The words unity in diversity, catch my heart always. And every day, to be honest, I've seen Indonesia is growing. Indonesia is moving forward. That's the very first impression for me. But for the memorable moment, it has to be Labuan Bajo. Labuan Bajo.
Lombok, yeah.
Yeah, I had a chance to visit Labuan Bajo once. Very lucky, and I found it is one of the most beautiful sceneries I ever visit. In this world. The Komodo dragon. The 3 colors beaches on Pada Island, pink beach, and snorkeling to see coral and to see manta. Some point, I think, and the town itself, the Labuan Bajo town itself is small.
Yeah.
But it's charming and unique, and it's fascinating that you have like a gem of this place in the country. I think Indonesia has a great potential to grow on tourism, but of course, Thailand has experienced a lot of good tourism back in many years, but we still have some kind of overcapacity of tourism as well. But I'm sure that when tourism grow in Indonesia, we need to balance between natural conservation and overcapacity. But I'm very sure that Indonesia will do well on your tourism.
Yeah, hopefully the pandemic period is over, so we can also improve all the pariwisata, the tourism, and we can travel again to Labuan Bajo.
Yes, forward. Unfortunately, this time we have to stay at home and watch the video clip of the tourism. That I miss a lot of places in Indonesia a lot.
Yep. Okay, so Is this Thai Festival 2021 able for Teman Indika to join and participate? And through which social media?
Of course, we most welcome Teman Indika. Sorry. We most welcome Teman Indika to join Thai Festival. You can join us at IG thaifestival.id and Facebook, the Royal Thai Embassy Jakarta. This is, as I mentioned, the first virtual Thai festival in Indonesia. It's a new normal in this situation. Just remember that there are at least two main activities. Cook, you can cook. If you can cook online, you can know how to cook Thai food online, and you can eat at home. So it will open up your new perception about how easy to cook Thai food and enjoy it with your friends and your family. And I'm sure that you can, if you do it, you have confidence and explore further about other kind of Thai dish in the future.
Okay, so last question, Mr. Ambassador, please give me one best reason that Teman Indika must join this Thai Festival 2021.
Of course, I mean, this time staying at home is a must. The reason we do it, the Thai festival, the virtual Thai festival, is to make your life at home more fun and more pleasurable. That's the main thing. Mm-hmm. So that's why we introduce cook at home and eat at home. So if you want to have more fun at home, you have to join Thai festival.
Okay, Teman Indika, that is the reason why you all must join this Thai Festival 2021. Hope you can try cook at home, eat at home, and also show your caring and sharing through the Thai Care community. I think we come to an end of the interview, Mr. Ambassador, Your Excellency, Mr. Songphol Sukchan.
Yes.
It was a great and nice talk about Thai Festival 2021 with His Excellency Mr. Songphol Sukchan, the Ambassador of Thailand to Indonesia. Please keep an eye on Instagram, thaifestival.id, and also at Indika 9160 FM as the official media partner of Thai Festival 2021. Okay. So, Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for the interview. Terima kasih. Kapun Kap.
I have some last few words for the Teman Indika.
Yes, please.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This
okay.
is in Bahasa.
Yeah, okay, all right. That would be interesting.
Terima kasih sudah mengundang saya ke Indika FM. Saya harap wawancara ini dapat membuat hidup semua orang lebih menyenangkan dan lebih seru dengan kegiatan Thai Festival. Sementara Anda tinggal di rumah saja. Saya mendoakan kesuksesan, kebahagiaan, dan kesehatan bagi kita semua. Terima kasih, sampai jumpa lagi.
Terima kasih, sampai jumpa. That's amazing. Mr. Ambassador can speak Bahasa Indonesia very well. Kopun Kap. Thank you. Terima kasih.